Video is all about color harmony in color analysis. I had a great conversation with somebody who decorates their home so the colors are all in harmony because they like to minimize visual disruption in their space because they feel more calm and at peace when there is less visual disruption. This also transfers into color analysis concepts in terms of the concept of harmony. And the goal of color analysis, I've said this in many videos, is that there's no color disruption when somebody looks at you. And on top of skin being smooth and what have you, you can see my other videos about the other color analysis checks. And here is a visual of interior design that I've sort of pieced together where there's minimal color disruption. Your eye doesn't wander. There's just this sense of visual harmony. When I introduce this into the picture, there's visual disruption introduced. Here's another visual where there's minimal visual disruption. And then some visual disruption is introduced here where there's more of a golden wood frame. It's hard to see the pillow here behind the wood framing. And sometimes, based on some palettes, this minimal visual disruption can appear quite boring. I find, so for instance, when somebody receives a true summer result, I'm a true summer, some think, oh goodness, this is boring, or any soft palette, maybe perhaps they think it's boring, but it actually isn't. It's all how you piece it together because creating that softer look on you creates this visual harmony. And so perhaps if you receive a softer palette color analysis result like True Summer, perhaps take it one step further and look at your style needs. So for instance, I'm a True Summer. I dress far from boring. I'm a massive creative type. And so I like to dress in creative things. It's all about bringing out you and dressing in harmony with you. And so I recommend, if you haven't gone down that route, to assess your personality style and other style considerations, because when all that is pulled together with your color analysis result, there's big time harmony. And I will say, as an example, if Michelle Horn, my dear friend, who is a true winter, and I believe she's a dramatic personality style, or one of the things in her results would be dramatic, that she needs different style considerations to me. You put Michelle Horn in outfits that I wear, she would look ridiculous. And you put me in outfits that Michelle Horn wears, it would look ridiculous and out of harmony as well. It's about putting the whole package together and how you pair things together. Here's also a visual of me and what I'm wearing today. So I normally put detail up here to balance with my lower half, because in looking at this, you would never know, for example, that I am more of a pear-shaped. So this also creates visual harmony in the style I've chosen. Now let's move on to look at this visual harmony on actual people who've been color analyzed. So here is somebody who is a true summer. Can you see the visual harmony here? And here she is in colors outside of her palette. Can you see the visual disharmony? Now let's look at this on a true spring. So here she is in a softer top. Can you see the visual disharmony? And here she is in a brighter spring top. Can you see the visual harmony? Here's a look at my son, who is a true winter in a warm autumn orange. Can you see the visual disharmony? The orange is sitting on top of his skin. Versus here, he's a true winter. This is creating visual harmony. Even though there's disconnection with his surface coloring in this color, there's harmony created because there's alignment with his underlying quality of color. That's no different than what was created by this yellow in this picture. There's visual disharmony. I find many true summers who perhaps have thought that gold coloring looks best on them. At the bottom here is a true spring gold. At the top is a true autumn gold. I find perhaps they've gotten used to creating disharmony with their coloring visually. And so here is a look at that versus here, that's the true summer metallic, there's the true winter metallic. Can you see the visual harmony created with the true summer metallic? Here's a look at the true harmony created with the true summer metallic and yours truly, who is a true summer. Pretend this pillow here is, say, someone's face. Can you see the visual disharmony created with these hair colors? And so sometimes too, when you've been wearing an overwhelming hair color for a while and then flip back to your natural in your natural range around the age of 20, flipping back there may seem boring, but it creates this visual harmony. And so I always say too, because a lot of people want to create different visual looks from their natural hair color, perhaps have fun with the colors you're wearing in your palette to create interest in your styles that you're wearing as opposed to your hair color, because it creates this visual disharmony. Totally cool, but you know, fashion styling and color analysis are two different things. Again, for instance, these hair colors on me, who is a true summer, shadowing would be added to my skin wouldn't appear smooth, my jawline would be dragged down, so other color analysis checks would fail as well. And while I have this visual up, I just want to say, because I still see sometimes people asking about, if I change my hair color, will my color analysis palette change? And pretend this is your face or someone's face. The fact that I framed this pillow or this face with different hair colors here doesn't change the fact that this pillow is in a cooler and softer range. It just means the face is framed with a hair color out of harmony. I find sometimes people too talk about adding a pop of color. That's a different concept than color analysis. If you're using colors outside your palette, totally cool again, but it's just a different concept. Color analysis is about harmony with undertone, value, and intensity with you. And so it's about turning up and down the dials of undertone, value, and intensity to create that visual harmony. Hopefully this helps. Have a lovely day.